What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Dripping Creativity Podcast. I am your host, Chris Corvan, and today we're stepping out of the studio and into the smoke, the spotlight, the surreal. Because something dark, dazzling, and delightfully twisted is slithering into Calgary, and it answers only to one name: Paranormal Cirque. This isn't your grandma's big top. It's a cabaret soaked in shadows, acrobats kissed by nightmares, a theatrical experience stitched together with illusion, horror, sex, and laughter, the kind that stays in your bloodstream long after the tent has come down. And I have a special guest with me, riding shotgun through the madness. Tonight is Sandra, one of the minds behind the madness. We're going to pull back the curtain, look into the creative engine that drives Paranormal Cirque, and we're going to learn all about it. We're just going to start off with a simple hi, welcome,
Hello.
And why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, I am the amazing Zilla. I am the world's most fantastical oddity working with Paranormal Circus. I am one of the natural born freaks, and I am the sword swallower, one of the most dangerous sword swallowers alive, in fact.
Amazing. I'm so excited to go to the show. Okay. For those that haven't heard about this, what is Paranormal Cirque in your words?
Paranormal Cirque, as I walk past one of our glorious trailers, we are full of theatrical experience, full on immersion with it. We're full of cabaret, and we have acrobatic experiences beyond the heart skin tent. We have some amazing lyrics and just some incredible stunt performers that you wouldn't believe. And it's honestly a real big honor to be part of this production, to be like making art with these amazing individuals. I'm very lucky to be here.
It just sounds amazing. Everything that I've seen online, I'm so stoked to go. So this is the fourth iteration of this. What is kind of different about this one in comparison to the other shows going on?
So this is Paranormal Cirque 4. Last year we had Paranormal Cirque 1, the original Paranormal Cirque come. And we've gotten so many new entertainers throughout the company, myself included, this year, that they've decided to expand and open a Canadian tour to see how much everybody really enjoyed it last year. So they wanted to try a little bit harder this year and go for a little bit longer. What makes this one a little bit more different than the other Paranormal Cirques 1 through 3 is we lean more into the horror aspect, the danger aspect. And we have comedy that's second to none. I love our acts. We have such amazing art that we've fully curated, and for people to be able to come and join us on stage, even if it is only for 5-10 minutes at a time, you can honestly say, hey, tonight I got to run away with the circus, and it was amazing.
Awesome. So when it comes to kind of the behind the scenes stuff here, how far in advance do you plan a tour like this? Like, what does the stop in Calgary involve logistically?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not in charge of booking the tour, so I don't know all of the logistics. So I would love to give you a more detailed answer, but I don't have that.
Not an issue at all. So far with all the travel there, is there a city or venue that has thrown you for a delightful surprise or anything like that?
Edmonton really showed out. They really came out to support, and it was really exciting to see so many of the other people through like Red Deer and Medicine Hat come in and try our show, see if it was something for them. It was for a lot of them, not for everybody, but you know what? That's okay. Art is subjective. It's not for everybody.
Do you end up running into a lot of that, of people not knowing really what they're getting into and being kind of taken aback?
Well, how honest do you want me to be?
Entirely up to you. It's kind of one of those things that I don't know how many people know what they're signing up for. Like me, I've looked into it. I know what to expect. I'm fully prepared to go down the rabbit hole, but I'm guessing there's some that show up that aren't.
Funny you should say that. Our show is rated R. And we have it listed on our website. We have it listed on our flyers. We have it listed in our ticket booth. So when you come and buy tickets from us in person, we talk to you about it, that the show is not meant for children. It's not meant for, young adults that stare easy or might be uncomfortable with blood, guts, and gore. Things that you would see in like horror and thriller and, psycho killer movies. That's some of the content that we show in our shows. And for some reason, even though we even have people signing waivers to say, hey, this is not appropriate material for children under 13, so we're not going to let them in. And people with children that are 13 and come in and they're like, oh my gosh, I am totally surprised and taken aback, even though you've given me significant warning. And it's just like, okay.
So, yeah, I mean,
the weaponized ignorance astounds me.
Yeah, well,
we try to keep everything transparent so that way people can come through, have an enjoyable experience with us, and be able to experience the art as it's intended to be curated. Raw, feral, primal, thriller, exciting, everything that you would expect to see when you go into a horror movie or have like that scary experience when you go into a haunted house,
Amazing. So a lot of choreography kind of goes into this type of show and all of that. Like how much time prepping prior to the start of traveling do you guys start preparing for the show?
Oh man, we have so many dedicated people on our staff between the artists as well as the support staff. So everybody is pulling in full-time hours around here, and we're always here to like lean on each other and support each other. So that's one thing I'm very thankful for in our little traveling community. But we all work hard in our own ways and stuff like that to contribute to keep this show up and running and make the art that everybody is really coming to love and enjoy. So it's one of those things like for us, this is life. It's not just a job. It's about curating like that artistic expression that most people wouldn't have the ability to normally do. So for us, like, when it is our passion, for a lot of us, it doesn't seem like work.
So going into this one, kind of like when you joined up there, what originally drew you to signing up for this?
To be perfectly honest, I have a lot of family that has toured in traveling circuses and sideshows in America for at least going back the last couple hundred years. So it's one of those things where it just naturally calls to me in my bloodline. But I've been a circus sideshow entertainer for over 21 years and an overall entertainer for almost 30. So I've always been in the artistic expression, even though I've tried other jobs where I've done everything from credit card collections to driving a school bus. I worked all of these jobs. But I found that being an artist is where I am most needed and most received, where I can do the best for myself and to help others.
Awesome. So going into the show there's a lot of burlesque, acrobatics, illusions, horror, comedy. It's completely wild. What is kind of balancing the creative process like? And do you find yourself having to, well, maybe not yourself, but the show itself having to adapt to any changes on the fly? Like, something not happening, anything like that?
Yeah, several of us have had to change some of our costume pieces due to some public complaints or to make more aesthetically pleasing images or changes for the overall production. So being open to adapting on the fly is one of the most beneficial skills that myself or anybody else on this particular crew can have. And it kind of makes things, honestly, it makes things way less stressful when you're able to just say, hey, I can adapt to these particular things. And if I can't figure it out, I work with so many amazingly, everybody is such a genius in their own right on this lot. I've often been able to just come to somebody if I can't figure it out and just ask them for advice and insight. So we're all very supportive of each other and trying to figure out how we can get everything done.
So going into it, was there the family vibe right away, or did it kind of take some time to really mold together the perfect traveling family vibe?
Like every family, not everybody agrees with each other 100% of the time. But one thing I can say about this unit is in the paranormal family, we strive to communicate our best and make our points well known and do our best that we can see each other's viewpoints and learn from each other, because we all come from so many different cultures and backgrounds. So it gives us an opportunity to essentially be the UN of Circus and really get to know each other at our cores,
Amazing.
So yeah,
starting.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody's been pretty cool, and they chill and vibe together pretty quick around here.
As it should be. You're traveling around with people, you know, you got to be able to be just chill and relax when it's not, you know, work time. So kind of building the hype up for this for everyone coming up, because we're still a couple weeks away from when it gets to Calgary, which is the one that I'm going to be going and check out there.
Right.
Is there any part of the show that is still kind of gives you chill and awe when it happens?
Honestly, just seeing the entire show from start to finish, you know, I understand that even though I get to play a big part, I'm still a cog in this artistic expression of a machine right here. And being able to see how each and every one of us plays a part to make this particular show unique and different from the other three units. You know, we are mostly feminine run. So we have this opportunity to express different levels of female strength on stage in different forms, aspects, and body types. And, you know, the other three units have been excellent at that, especially when I've gotten to perform with some of the other units, 1 and 2 myself. So I don't know. This one, we have a different level of passion for what we do and the art that we make that I haven't experienced with some of the other people. And they are everybody is working so hard on their craft in this company that it's just like, it's amazing to see when everybody just sinks into place. You just have that perfect synchronicity, and we seem to have it over here. And it's magic, pure magic here.
Amazing. So when it comes to the show structure and the acts going on there, how much creative freedom do the performers have?
I can't speak for each and every particular act, but it looks like from what I've seen that all of the artists and the performers have been able to communicate their needs. Like if a particular position doesn't work for the act that they're trying to execute, you know, there's of course, you know, certain artistic control that needs to override the creative control for safety measures and such. So we practice very safe arts over here. And the act that I do myself wasn't very modified by the company. They liked what I had to offer. They've offered some constructive criticism, which I've taken into account, adapted my act, and it's here on stage and still successful. So I would say that it's a lot of give and take around here, both artists and producer director's perspective, and the overall product is magnificent in its own right.
Awesome there. So aside from the R-rated thing that we talked about earlier there, for somebody that has never been to one of these horror style events there, what should they expect?
Well, we do have people that dress or operate as vampires and witches, things like that, you know. So think of it as like cosplay. We have a lot of cosplay for like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, you know, the often characters that get slaughtered early on in the movies and things like that. So there's like a lot of blood, guts, and gore aspect, along with the circus arts like trapeze, aerial acts. I'm not an aerial act, I'm a ground act, but we have contortion, we have magic, we have comedy. Like we pretty much have it all, including not limited to Circus Sideshow with me joining the cast. So it is literally just complete perfection under one circus tent, but a little bit on the scarier side, a little bit on the creepier side, you know. This isn't like the regular cotton candy and circus that you would normally see either from Cirque Italia or other traveling circuses. We're still very friendly. It's just we're a little bit scary clown, you know?
Well, and it's all about building that vibe and that atmosphere. Like you want people to go away enjoying the show, but still kind of terrified of the backseat of the car, right?
Absolutely. You know, and that's why I'm very transparent that I'm one of the most dangerous sword swallowers alive. People were not expecting it, and even though I'm saying it now, when they come to the show, they're going to be like, Zilla, I really did not expect that. And it happens every time. They come and they see the other aerial acts and they're like, wow, we had no idea that they would go up so high, that they would flip that much. And it's just like, I warned y'all. I tried to tell you.
Listen, so actually kind of on that note there, and especially with the horror side there, I'm in like seat 1 of row D or something like that. Do I need to worry about a blood splatter zone?
I mean, you should always bring your poncho in case blood and brain matter goes. Okay, there's really no blood and brain matter. You should be fine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I'm going to be going gothed out. I've decided I'm going all gothed out for this one, so it's going to be. I
mean, then you should treat it like war. You should encourage the spray.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I want to cover me, man. Just if you see me there, just cover me.
We'll see what we can arrange.
So, is there any other kind of misconceptions or misunderstandings about the show for anybody that is kind of teetering on if they should go see it or not?
It has been interesting to see some people react in a very religious manner, thinking that we are a cult. And I was just like, well, I've never been accused of working for a cult before. This is fascinating for me. It's like, no, we're just a traveling circus with a theme. Just picture us as circus nerds with comic book costumes. Like that's really who we are.
I don't know. It could be a great theme for next year. Just a whole cult style. It could be really good. Just saying. I'm throwing that out there.
It might just happen one of these days.
You got to embrace it, man. You're a traveling circus. Find a cool niche like a cult. Yeah, hell yeah. Just start recruiting people in every city and like send them out in like cult robes and shit to attract other people. It'd be great.
Sorry, telling people to be quiet.
No worries.
But yeah, no, it would be excellent for sure.
So then
I'll pass that up to management.
Hell yes. So then just kind of to wrap it up, because I know you've got tons of shit going on today and I don't want to keep you forever here.
Oh no, you're great.
Has there been any, extremely weird or unexpected audience reactions aside from the Christian people and the Catholics and religious stuff? Has there been anybody like passing out or throwing up?
We have yet to see anybody throw up, but I have seen people kind of fall out of their chairs in shock over some of our acts, and it's been a little funny, not gonna lie. It's just like it's really good when we are able to get like that surprising audience interaction and reaction from them, that it's just like this is something that they've truly never seen before, and it gets them completely out of their seat in surprise. And it's just like, this is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to be able to curate that art that gets people out of their seats. Amazing. Like, you can't get better publicity than that,
100%. So then actually, aside from the horror stuff, there is a lot of the burlesque and sexier side of this. How far do you guys go for somebody walking into it without understanding what burlesque is?
Well, I mean, it's more cabaret than burlesque, but the thing is, it's just the men aren't wearing shirts, there are themes of bondage and restraints that are involved in the show. Sometimes, there are particular props that are involved, depending on the context of the act that is being brought to the stage. So we make a lot of theatrical fun out of a lot of things. Everything is meant in good humor and good fun, period. So it's one of those things where, we hope that people come in and enjoy the particular show with us in the context of we are all being silly, because we're all clowns at the end of the day, is really what it boils down to. And I mean, it's one of those things where, I guess from the cabaret expectation, I don't be surprised if you see people in a thong or a bra, because if it's something that you would see at the beach, then you would see it on Paranormal Cirque stage.
So really, just pay attention to the flyers, check out the social media. You can get the vibe of what the show is going to be. I mean, you should know what you're kind of walking into when it comes to it.
You would think, but sometimes people just complain to complain, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of just want to drag a whole bunch of people that have no idea just to see the reactions. I think that would be fun.
I would look forward to seeing you doing a review of the haters, because it's just like, it's always the people that are just, they have nothing else going on with their lives that make their time and the effort to complain about everybody else of the art that they don't understand or don't like. And it's just like, if you don't like it, okay,
Completely. Okay, I will be getting this one
Not for
up
everybody.
and out rather fast. So where are you guys currently? And then after that, you're heading to Calgary, right?
So we are at the Lethbridge District Exhibition where they have horse races.
That's a huge space. Wow.
Right? So we are here, look for the black and white circus tent. We are set up. Our ticket booth will definitely be open tomorrow, as tomorrow is Friday, I believe. Making sure that I didn't oversleep on my day off.
Yep.
No,
Tomorrow's
tomorrow
Friday.
is Friday. So we will have shows opening at 7:30. Make sure you show up at an hour early so that way you're there to be open for concession stands and check out our haunted house. That's part of the show. So we have pre-show entertainment before the show starts at 7:30.
Amazing. And then you're coming to Calgary. I will have all the links and everything down in the description below. All I need you to do is just any final thoughts and say goodbye to the audience.
We love you, Canada, so much. Thank you so much for letting us come out and tour and exist with you guys and letting us share our artistic expression with you. We look forward to rocking out with you in Calgary. Don't forget to follow us. You can find all our social media listed at paranormalcirc.com for all of our social media links.